Hi, I'm Melanie. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure to subscribe so you can see all my latest videos and click the bell right down below and you'll be notified of all my future uploads. So in this video today, we're going to transform this look from daytime to nighttime. So this is my normal everyday work look, so I don't put eyeshadow on, contour, highlighter, any of that extra stuff. So my first step that I do, always when I'm transforming from day to night, as I add more setting powder right here in my upper cheeks, I guess I'd say, and my nose. So I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter in the shade Butter. Love this setting powder. And I love that it has a little cap right here for the sifter. It's so nice. So I just take my Y11 brush from Morphe. I know they have discontinued this, so the closest match I can find to this brush is the JH07 brush. You can see they're kind of use this way more, so it's more fluffy, but about the same look. So I just take this brush and take a little bit of the setting powder into your thing, tap it off, and then just go in where you need it. So right in here on the nose, over on this side. This stuff smells so good, the setting powder. So I will leave this setting powder on like this while I'm doing my eye makeup. So next step is the eye makeup. And I use a whole bunch of the Jaclyn Hill brushes to do my eye makeup. So we will get them out. I should pull them out, my little handy dandy brush holder earlier, but you know, didn't happen. Okay, so we are going to go in with the Violet Voss HG palette. So I love that it has this little mirror in it. So first shade we're gonna go in with is this Thanks a Latte shade. I'm gonna put that all over the lid. And I use the JH30 brush. This, you can see it's super nice and fluffy. Just doesn't really matter how messy you are with this. This is mainly just my skin tone shade. It's a little lighter, but that's the brush I use for that. Next up, I'm going to use the JH32 brush. We're going to use, it's funny that it's called Transition because we're going to use it as a transition color in the crease. Just dab some on, just start packing it on the outside, and just bring it in. I'm just gonna keep using windshield wiper motions. So I do like a dab on the corner of the eye and then do windshield wiper motions. I am so sorry. You will hear my dogs in the background. They like to argue over bones. The little one puts it under the bed. The big dog can't get to her, and she's just a turd butt to him. And you can hear him crying in the background. My poor little baby boy. He's like a big boy, and he's bigger than her, but he's just a little crybaby. So we're going to take that transition shade over to the other eye. Just keep building it up. And this just gives your eye that nice color to go into before you put in any other colors that are deeper. Just, it helps blend everything. I really like blended stuff if I'm not doing a cut crease and I don't want it to have that stark lines between different things. I want my eyeshadow to blend. I don't want it to be all everywhere. Just keep working that in a windshield wiper motion. Next up, we're gonna take the JH33 brush that looks like this. It's a smaller, fluffy brush. And we're gonna go in with the shade Are You Kidding Me? The palette wants to close on my hand. The shade Are You Kidding Me? So that would be our next shade. Just take some on the brush, and then you're just gonna go pack it into the corner again and just start really defining out that crease. Do that to the other side. I don't use as much of these colors as I do that transition color because I really want that color to be in there and good so that all these other colors layer on really good. You don't really need to use a lot of the other colors once you have that transition color base down. They actually really blend together nicely and lay on top of each other really nice. So I'm a very much neutral tone, golden, just do what works with my eyes. Sometimes I'll do way more fun colors, but tonight we're doing a date night at a restaurant, so I'm not gonna go too out there with the colors. So in the outer V, we're gonna use shade Teddy Bear. So it's like a nice deep chocolate brown and looks really good with my skin tone and my eye color to put in the outer V. So I just go in and you just dab it in. And I like to slowly build this color up. I don't like to go in with a heavy hand on my outer V colors, just so that it blends way nicer. And you can really place that color where you want it and not have it go everywhere and explode everywhere. So once I do this, we will come back to it, but we're gonna do the other eyes, V, and then we'll blend really good. Let's take some more of that color, just take it in to that outer V. And I just do little dabbing motions so you get the most impact from that color. And this is the JH40 brush that I'm using for this. I really do like Morphe brushes, especially the Jaclyn Hill collection, just because I prefer bristles that are more white or the tops are whiter. There's only a few in this collection that are darker ones, or at least the ones I have that are the darker bristles, which are not my favorite because when you're cleaning your brushes, I like to be able to see the colors. So we're gonna go back in with that JH32 brush that we used for the transition color, and you're just gonna work in this color in. You're just gonna blend that in. So as you can see, the stark contrast between this and this, you don't see that harsh line anymore, and it just blends beautifully in. And I don't do it as much down below. I just mainly do this on the top because we're going to put some of the shimmer, I love shimmer, on my eyes, especially if I'm going out for a date night. So we're going to do that same thing over on this eye. Just blend, blend, blend. And that just gives your eye look a more complete look. If you're going for that stark thing, your eye look's gonna look complete because you're gonna have those layers where they're very defined differences. But if you're not, if you want for the more natural look, you really do want to blend the eyeshadows in together. And I like to use both the mirror that's farther away and really close up so that you can see, because your eyeshadow is gonna look a little different up close in person. Like really like right here in your face versus a little farther away. So you wanna, when you're doing your eyeshadow, look at both things because that will really help you determine whether everything's blended really good or whether you need to add a little bit more somewhere. And it's a trick that's helped me a lot with my makeup. Next up, one of my favorite steps of eyeshadow is to do a all over the lid color. So I'm going to use some MAC Fix Plus spray. I have the coconut one. I really only use this to spray my brush. So we're going to use the JH41 brush. It's a flat tip, rounded top brush to do the the glitter shade. I can't talk. It's not really glimmer. It's more like a shimmery shade, but it's the shade I want. So we're going to go in with, it's like I'm not sure how you describe it, but Cool Beans. So we're going to go with Cool Beans. It's like this rosy, goldy, satiny shade, I guess I would call it, more so than a glitter, or might be shimmer satiny shade. So it's a little mix of both. And then I just take brush nice and close, and you might get a little fallout with this, like oh my lord, you might get a little fallout with shimmer shades. It's just part of it, but that's why you have that setting powder on, so that it can be wiped away super easily. So don't worry if you have harsh lines or something when you're putting this on. I will show you how I get rid of those harsh lines once this shimmer shade is set. And I always go in with more Fix Plus between each eye so that you get the same consistency of spray and wetness and color, because when you wet your brush, you can use water too to wet your brush. You get usually deeper stuff. There's some eyeshadow palettes that even their glittery shades, I will definitely use my finger just because they go on better with the finger. Like the Laura Lee Nudie Patootie palette, she has a few shades in there that for sure go on better with your finger. The Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3 palette, actually most of the Tarte shimmer colors go on better with your finger, in my opinion. So I switch it up sometimes, and luckily my job, I'm not allowed to have super long nails, so I can still reach in and use my finger. So when I'm doing the shimmers, I will make sure the coloring is even. So if I have to add a little bit more back on here, which looks like I might too, to make it a little deeper. So once you have those shimmers on, they'll look really pretty. Let's wipe some of this excess away, but do it very lightly so you don't wipe away all that setting powder. We are going to go back in with the JH32, which was the transition color shade, and you're just going to feather along the top line of this shimmery shade. And that will blend this color in really good, as you can see. It just blends beautifully. You can see the difference. This has a little more harsher a line than this side does. Just blend that out. And I tend to not wear falsies a lot. I know people do love them. I have super long eyelashes, so I usually don't. I'll wear them here and there if I want to, but tonight I don't really feel like it. So we're not going to do any eyeliner or anything on the top lashes. It looks really great. Okay, moving on. We are going to wipe off all the setting powder before we do the lower lash line. So I just use the JH02 brush to do that. Okay, next up we're going to take the JH43. It's like a flat top brush. It looks like this. We're going to go into that. You guys are crying. Into that teddy bear shade. That we used in the outer V, and you're just gonna run this right along the bottom lashes. And it's okay if it's a little messy. We're gonna go in with another color to really define, like smudge it out. Hear the thumping around behind me? That would be my dogs trying to play with each other, because they're actually getting along right now instead of crying at each other for the bone. So next you're going to take the JH34, which we used to deepen the crease with the Are You Kidding Me color. Put a little bit more on it, not a ton. And you're just going to smudge out that color so it's not as harsh of a line. I make the weirdest faces when I am doing my under eye makeup. Just take that color and smudge it out. Okay, the next step we will take, so as you can see, I don't do my eyebrows on normal, so we're not going to do them today. I really don't ever do them. Just because I have huge eyebrows, so yeah. So next we're going to go in with the crystal shade right here. We're going to go into the inner corner and just pop that right in. And then we're also going to take that beneath the brow bone. Even though I don't do my eyebrows, since my eyebrows are so like bushy and stuff, I do that below the brow bone anyway, just to enhance it. And I think it enhances the eye look too when you do that. So that's almost the eye look. I do not do my mascara until after I put my setting spray on, just because it will get everywhere, because my eyelashes are so long and I close them and they just get all right down here. So I always put my mascara on after my setting spray. So our next step from transforming our daytime look into a nighttime look is to go in and contour. So let's find the brush. So we're going to use that JH07 brush to contour with. And I'm going to use the Hoola Benefit Bronzer to contour. So just take a little bit of this and just go in and contour. And then I go in with the brush I use for bronzer and I blend that contour. So after you do that contour, I don't add any more that already has stuff from this morning. I just go and I blend. You blend and blend and blend. It gives you a beautiful shade. So, and this you don't have to be as precise, since you're going to take that brush and you're going to blend. So I like to blend it up, or just blend it, and you get those nice chiseled out cheekbones. And then I will add some more blush. I don't put a ton of blush on for work, so I like to add a little bit more blush when I'm going to go out for the night. So I'm going to use the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten in Buttercream. And it has the most beautiful like swirly pattern on it, and it looks so pretty. I'm just going to take that, tap it off, and just smile and blend it. And also for work, I do not wear any like lipsticks or anything. I just wear chapstick. So that's also a big thing that enhances my look when I go from daytime to nighttime. Is the biggest things are I add lipstick, and I always do my eyes from daytime to nighttime for a date night. Next up is the Y14 brush that we're going to use to do highlighter with. You can also use the JH09 brush. They're very comparable. So since the Gold Collection is no longer going to be in existence, you can get that brush. In all of the Jaclyn Hill brushes, so the JH collection, you can actually get individually on the Morphe website. So for highlighter, we're going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amerzy highlighter. This highlighter is so pretty. Like, look at that highlight. It's so beautiful. So I'm going to take a little down my nose and on my cupid as well. So next up, we'll use setting spray before I don't do my lips, or my eyes before I do setting spray. You have the eyes is because my mascara will go everywhere, and lips it's habit. So for the lips, we are going to line the lips with the NYX retractable lip liner in the shade Nude. Yeah, Nude. So it looks like this. It's got this little retractable, just really nice. I like that way more than ones you have to sharpen because I always lose my sharpener. So we're going to go in, and I like to go along the bottom first. And I have a scar right here from when I had my front teeth busted out playing flag football and my lips split open. So I always put lip liner right here. And it just kind of makes that disappear for me, which is really nice. And then to even out that, I put one on either side like this, the bottom. And next up on the top, I kind of push my lips out so you can get it like the most surface area so that you don't have those weird ridges. And then I actually take on the top, I kind of like an X with my lips. And that's the lip liner that I do. And then next step we will do I'm just dropping stuff over here. I'm going to use the Laura Lee Los Angeles, her collection, the Lip Work lipstick in Topless. I honestly love her liquid lipsticks. They last so long. I can eat food and it's still there. I can drink stuff, it's still there. So that's a big thing when I'm looking for liquid lipsticks on what I go for. And when you do lip liner, it really helps to keep your lipstick or lip gloss or whatever you're going to do in the right spot. The next step, so I used the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara this morning, so I'm going to use that. It works really well to layer. So we will use that mascara. Lucy, quit crying, baby. Sissy just doesn't want to play with you. Yeah. And then I do the lower lash line first. On an everyday makeup look, I don't do my lower lash lines because it just, you can see what it does. It makes them dramatic. Hey, come here. There's no feather on your head. You want to stop crying? You will. Of course, stop crying. Sissy just doesn't want to play with you. Yeah. So after I do both lower lash lines, I will move on to the upper lash line. So I just add a little bit more. It doesn't need to be a ton. Just add a little bit more mascara. So this is my completed look. For my completed look, I will add some dry shampoo to my hair just to give it some more volume. As you can see, there's more volume. It doesn't look so bad. That was my transformation from daytime to nighttime. Thanks for watching. Bye. I'll see you in my next video.